Well, forget what you know about skincare. Most of the technology was developed in the 1950s. Our next guest is a game changer. Welcome, Uli Haslacher from Pour Moi Skincare. Welcome, Uli.
Hello, Sandy. Thank you for having me.
So great to see you, and it looks like you're in our beautiful Joshua tree there. Gorgeous.
Yes, I'm surrounded by climate because on this hand, Sandy, I use Climate Smart Skincare, and on this hand, I use a regular moisturizer. And I've shown you before, look at the amazing results that I have gotten, that so many other women have gotten.
It really is amazing, and I love to see that example because our hands do age, and we kind of forget about that. So that's a great example of what happens to our skin in certain climates. And how did you really come up with the concept for Climate Smart?
Well, as a little girl, my dad was actually in the powder coating industry. That's paint for outdoor, fencing, cars, everything that is exposed to the climate. And we traveled all over the world. We lived in Israel, South Africa, Denmark, polar climate, desert climate, tropical climate. He explained to me as a child already how the climate impacts a surface and how you treat it differently as per the climate. Well, flash forward, I'm a beauty executive in the beauty industry, and I am traveling also all over the world. And I moved from Europe to the desert climate, to Southern California. And I realized that my skin has all kinds of issues. And then I put one and one together, and I remembered what my dad taught me, that every surface is affected by the climate. And that's when a light bulb went on in my head. I did more research, and I found that actually skin is changing per the climate you live in. So that's how it's actually backed up by medical research. This is how our skin works, like any other surface.
And I know you have a patent, which is amazing because that's very difficult to get. And you've done very extensive independent studies to back all of this up. The products are made in France, which is fabulous. They are wonderful, wonderful products. I can attest to that for sure. And tell me about, of course, we're in a desert climate. So the half and half, what does that mean?
Well, what it means is when you look at the half face, one of the half of the face is affected by the desert climate. So these are the stressors. You have high UV light, dry air. You have winds, so you have this dust all the time in the air. So there's, certain stressors. And today we know over 90% of signs of aging, that's why it's called signs of aging, Sandy, is external aging. It's the climate. It's not biological aging. So on the other side, you can see if you use Climate Smart Skincare, where the secret sauce is specific for the desert climate, you actually get that rejuvenation and the repair. You jumpstart it in a way that you haven't experienced before. So if you're not completely happy with your skincare, give Pour Moi Climate Smart a try, because it really changes how your skin looks and feels.
Well, we know that you have a special for our viewers, because you really want to address our issues here in the desert. So tell me about that great deal.
Well, you get our 3-step rotating system for Palm Springs. So here's what you get. Step number 1, the hydrating balancer. This is your first layer of anti-aging ingredients, and it softens your skin immediately. Step number 2 is the serum. It makes your smart skin even smarter, climate smart. And step number 3, you rotate between the desert day cream when you're in Palm Springs and the temperate day cream when you take a trip toward LA, where it's maybe a little bit humidity in the air and it's not as hot. You just told me you're gonna be in for a weekend of 114 degrees. So that's for sure desert climate. So that's it, voila. And it's, instead of $150, it's today 50% off, just $75.
That is, Uli, that is an amazing, amazing deal. And I love the fact that you're giving us a product that also works for day trips, because obviously we're not traveling right now during COVID-19, but we are taking day trips. So if we're going to the beach or San Diego or Los Angeles, that's perfect. So once again, Uli, thank you for joining us. Thank you for bringing this special deal to our viewers. And we'll make sure we watch out for our skin.
Yes. Thank you, Sandy.
Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.